Hi guys, I'm doing the Tuesday call here live because my computer is broken. And initially Doc asked me if I could do it because he's traveling through mountains and didn't think he'd have connection. So I replied to him that I really didn't feel like doing it this week and he didn't get back to me. So then I went, well, can't leave these people hanging. So I kind of figured out a topic, and it might be just considered a rant. So if you don't want to listen to this, that's fine. You can just not listen to it. But anyway, I titled this, "When Are You Going to Decide?" And rants are supposed to be inspiring. Sometimes it's just people blowing off steam, but I'm hoping that this is inspiring for you or thought-provoking. Anyway, we all live with some knowledge. Good morning, Rennie. We all live with some knowledge about health. We all know that some things are good for us, some things are bad for us, and we make decisions all through our life. And those decisions that we make impact our lives, impact our health. And so my topic today is, when are you going to decide? And the thing is, when are you going to decide to save your own life? When are you going to take the steps you know you can take to save your own life? Sometimes I feel, and I'm going to get really transparent here, sometimes I feel hypocritical because sometimes I'm doing the health call with Doc every Tuesday, and I'm a chocoholic. I shouldn't be eating a lot of sugar because I'm taking the H pill to reverse the effects of eating sugar, right? So how stupid is that? Fortunately, the H pill is so effective that it overrides that most of the time. The other thing is, people tend to eat foods full of glyphosates and know that it's ripping their gut apart when they do it, or give it to their children and just go, well, what are you going to do? Everything's got it in there. So you have to figure out how to make some life decisions here. So I'm going to go back a little bit and tell you a story. My dad started working when he was 11 years old. It was during World War II. And he went up and cleaned out the local theater in our very small town. And instead of the guy who owning the theater paying him in money, he would give him cigarettes at 11 years old. And so this was back in 1941. And, my dad would come home with cigarettes, and my grandpa would say, "Where do you get cigarettes? Nobody can get cigarettes." Why? Because cigarette companies were shipping them to all the men overseas to get them addicted to nicotine. So there was a shortage of cigarettes. So anyway, that's when my dad started smoking. 60 years later, he died. He died from the effects of smoking cigarettes for 60 years. And I watched that hell, and I watched him suffer for 3 weeks in a hospital that was traumatic for me. And my brother was there, and it was traumatic for him and my sister also. But my brother smoked, and my brother started smoking at a young age. And even watching what we watched with Dad, he didn't make a life decision to stop smoking. He continued. And I know that had an effect on him because of some of the symptoms he'd had over the last few years, like poor circulation in his legs, just like my dad had, things like that. And my point is that we all witness, I have probably a dozen friends on Facebook right now fighting the CANCER battle, right? And well, I better go into my rant or I might start crying. But anyway, when it's heartbreaking when you see these people fighting that battle because, You know there's better solutions out there than what the medical community is giving them. And typically people are brainwashed to believe anything that the TORs tell them, right? And so they go that route. And then you're like, oh, there's so much more you could have done. Well, we're in a really unique position to, we have access to, and I'm not joking, and I'm not just saying this because I'm part of this group of biochemists and doctors who utilize these products that we have available to us. I truly believe, I've been doing this, working with these people for 2.5 years. I truly believe we have the most effective non-toxic products in the world. Why? Because they're all based on research. They're all based on research that scientists have done, and then our biochemists research the research, and they make these amazing products, not just a substance, but a formulation that puts everything you need to support that particular aspect of what you want that product to do. So you just have to decide that you're going to let yourself live longer, healthier. And you have to. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to force it on you. Nobody's going to say, if you're married and your husband's smoking and you're nagging him, it ain't going to work. We nagged my dad for years and years to quit smoking. It's not going to work. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide to save your life. Okay? So, it's been a hard week. My brother died. Sorry, I'm an ugly crier. But, he didn't make decisions that would save his life. However, at the end, he was functioning well and everything. And he was tracking measurements every day, taking his blood pressure, taking a whole shitload, sorry about that, but really a whole shitload of medications. And in fact, he refused to take half of the medications they wanted him to be on. So, he didn't make decisions that would save him. We have that ability. We are degenerating daily if we're not building it up. So, I'm just trying to inspire you today to look at what you're doing and say, is there some things I can change? We hear all the time, drink more water. Are you drinking more water? Are you saving yourself that way? You can take really small steps, and Doc and I have talked about this so many times. You can take one more step toward optimizing your health and having the healthy part of your life last longer. Okay, so that's about it for today, but I just thought, me and my righteous anger, I might be able to inspire you guys to take those steps.